Namaskar dosto. Today is 20th September 2021. Welcome to my channel Tradeplan Nifty. This channel is my journey in stock market where on daily basis on this specific video I disclose my trade plan for the Nifty for the coming trading session, review my today's trade and share my learning and MTM at end of the video. I hope these discussions will add value to your trade setup and trading ideas. Lalagi is getting into a correction, whether there is a momentary correction or a sign or a back foot move to hit another six, that we need to see. But before we get into detail of that, let's as usual first get into global market. And when we look into S&P 500, we see that S&P 500 today had a gap down opening below 50 bar moving average, and since then it is just going down. So S&P 500 is definitely not looking very good. US government 10 bond yield is going down. Now it is close below 8, or it is going now below 8 and below 20. So this is definitely a good sign. So 200 bar moving average is acting as a resistance. And dollar index on daily chart showing some sign of reversal from the last 2 days move. So this is also kind of a good sign, but not a very strong sign. So S&P 500 is looking weak, and that is definitely a cause of a concern. Now, when we look into Bank Nifty, we see that the Bank Nifty reversal is continuing. We got a confirmation on that today, but still it is above 8 and above 20. So as of now, it is in uptrend. Now it will have a very good support at 37050, and if 37050 is gone, then the next support will come at 36,700 and 36,400. On top side, now it has to fight back 35,600 to touch 38,350, which is the upper side of the Bank Nifty. Now when we look into HDFC Bank, HDFC Bank has closed today below 8 and below 20 and formed a very strong reversal week. This is my engage reversal pattern 1. So HDFC Bank is definitely not looking very good. It is now officially in downtrend, and now it has a good support at 1555. If 1555 is not hold, then the next support will come only at 1533, and at top definitely it is struggling to cross 1583. Motabai is now close below 8 bar, but slightly above good support function of 2392. So basically it is still in the support range, and it's consolidating from few almost 2 weeks between 2366 and 2455. If 2366 is broken, then the next support for Reliance is at 2325. Let's see if Reliance gives a support to market, and from here it moves back to the zone of 2455. But to do that, it has to cross 2420. So Reliance as of now below 8 bar, but still about 20. So definitely an uptrend, and it is now consolidating after a very strong move. So Reliance is looking healthy, but let's see how it figures out. So definitely the global trends are not looking good, uh, and Bank Nifty is showing sign of confirmation on reversal. SDFC is showing sign of reversal, and Reliance is consolidating. So the local clues, local signals are also not very bright. So with that in background, let's have a look onto Lalagi. So when we look into Nifty, what we see is that Nifty on weekly chart is showing a great red bar, but still about 8. So definitely an uptrend on weekly chart. On daily chart, it has closed after many days below 8 bar moving average, and now it has a very good support at 17,350. If 7,350 is gone, then the next support will come at 17,250, and if 17,250 is gone, then the very good support will come at 17,150, which is a combination of 20 bar moving average as well as my black magical line. I use a fairly simple trade setup. If you want to know more about my trade setup, then check out my video called Trade Setup Explanation on my YouTube channel Tradeplan Nifty. On top side, now Reliance will Lalaji will have a resistance at 17,500, but as of now on daily chart it is below 8, about 20, since about 20. So this it is still in uptrend. On 15-minute chart is where we see a big sign of reversal, and today it has closed below 50, below 20, below 200, and below 8 bar moving average. So here definitely the trend is looking in downward direction. Now let's try to confirm this view by looking into market profile. So when we look into market profile, we see that tomorrow's CPR zone is below today's CPR zone. So this confirms that the trend has changed and trend is in now in south direction. That is, bears are in control of the market momentarily at least. Now it all depends where the market will open tomorrow. We see that SGX is showing some sign of recovery, and now it is at 17,421. And for tomorrow, the pivot is at 17,461. So still the open looks like below pivot. So for tomorrow, that is 21st September 2021. Option one is that Lalagi will open below pivot, which is at 17,461, and there is also closer to 200 bar moving average. In that scenario, idea is sell on rise, either at pivot, which is at 17,461, or at H3, which is at 17,470 zone, close to 17,469, with the stop loss of 17,474 or 74.5, how much you want to keep, for a target of 17,325, and the second target of 17,253. So if first option opens below pivot, idea is sell on rise, either at pivot, which is at 17,461 and 17,470 zone, for a first target of 17,325 and second target of 17,253, with a stop loss just above 17,471. After this move is done, say example, if market comes closer to 17,253, then this will become also a very good opportunity for buy on dip at 17,253 for a target of 17,800. So now onwards, every dip towards 17,253 or 17,150 should be considered as a buy on dip, because overall sentiment of the market is still positive. Second option is that it will open below pivot and it will start going down. In that scenario, 15-minute breakout beyond previous day low and weekly pivot of 7352 could be a breakout entry for a target of 17130. So that's the second option. And the third option is that it opens above pivot, which is at 17461. Then it could be buy or dip, but in this scenario I would prefer not to buy at pivot, but at least at 17325 and 17320 zone, which is also L3 for tomorrow. So if it opens above pivot, then buy on dip will come in action only closer to 17,325 and 17,320 zone, which is closer to weekly L3 as well as tomorrow's L3. So that's my trade plan for tomorrow. Best possible scenario looks like that it's going to open below pivot. In that case, sell on rise in the zone of 17,461 and 17,470, with a stop loss just above 17,470 for a target of 17,325 and second target of 17,253. And remember to don't miss the buy on dip opportunity at 17,253 and 17,129 in this week for a target of 17,800. Please consult your financial advisor before you take any trade. So for today, my trade plan was understanding that if the open is below pivot, then idea was to sell on rise either at pivot or at H3, and I was already carrying one lot home. So when market opened, it took a support on my blue line and the 200 bar moving average, and had shown a very strong move upside. As per my trailing stop strategy, when it closed above my 8 bar moving average on this particular bar, I exited my one lot. Then I tried to took an entry on previous day close. I short one lot here, second lot here, third lot here, and I have kept a tight stop loss, which got executed where I got out on this particular green bar. And then again this red bar happened, and then I took another entry as per my trade plan when it went below previous day close, and I entered two lot here and then one lot here, then rode the whole wave, and eventually in the last candle, with some broken heart, I came out of the trade. I actually wanted to carry the trade ahead, but I came out of the trade. So far, good day. I made a profit around 13,110 rupees, and that's how my day went. So, what's the learning? Learning here is that I could have actually maximized my profit today big time. First was that it opened only. I should have exited my first lot here and taken a re-entry here, because that is what the plan was also. And then somewhere at the pivot, I could have again changed my direction and taken this lot again. So, but that it requires some high amount of proficiency and very big amount of discipline. I first need to be on my trading desk by 9 to get into this kind of trade and mindset. So that discipline is something is still missing, and I need to develop that if I genuinely want to be very successful professional trader. And one of the most important learning is that trade less. I should try to trade less. I should let my profit run. So this was a day when I should have let my profit run and be patient and cut losing trade very fast. So trading less is extremely important. I'm making my broker a very rich man, and unnecessarily increasing my cost of trading, and that is eventually impacting many things. So this requires lots of attention, lots of distraction, lots of emotional drama. So trade less. I need to ensure that stay disciplined, I stay focused, and execute my trade plan. I hope these discussions are adding value to your trade setup and trading ideas. Stay healthy, wear mask. Jai Hind.